Hey guys, I've been busy this weekend, so I haven't been able to do any movie reviews. So instead, I'll do a little quick video telling you what my favourite top 10 Hammer horror films are, and then I'll give you news of a few things that are upcoming on my channel that I'm hoping to do. So without further ado, I'll go through my top 10 Hammer horror films. It's difficult to pick a top 10 because there's a lot of good films, but I think at number 10 would be Vampire Circus, because I think that's a really unusual film, Vampire Circus. It's another one of them 1970s Hammer films. It's a little bit underrated. And this one's actually the goriest Hammer film. Loads of gore effects in this film. It's a fast moving film as well. There's lots of action. You even have Lalla Ward here, who was Romana in Doctor Who. So really good film, that one. I'll have to review that one on my channel. Of the 10 films, I've already reviewed 6 of them on my channel, so there's only 4 I haven't reviewed yet. Number 9, Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. I reviewed that one. Really good film. I thought Ralph Bates was excellent in it. Oddly enough, the music in that film's really good. I like the transformation scenes. There's loads of good humour in it. Thought it was really well done, that one. Next, at number 8, I'll put Curse of Frankenstein. That's a great film. I love Christopher Lee's makeup. It's very underrated. You get a lot of critics saying it just looks like a car accident, but to be honest, that's kind of what you would look like if you're all patched together. Now, I thought Lee's performance was excellent as well. He's good at mime. Because the monster doesn't talk or anything, he's good at using body language. He did the same in The Mummy. And of course, Peter Cushing's excellent. Next up at number 7 is Twins of Evil. I haven't reviewed that film yet. I think it's excellent. Definitely one of the better Hammer films. The Collinson twins are excellent in it. They're no relation to me. But yeah, they were really good. And Peter Cushing's brilliant performance in this film. It's one of his best performances. He's a really evil swine. Speaking of evil swines, number 6, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. This is my favourite of the Hammer Frankenstein films. And it's mostly down to Cushing's performance. Really evil in this one. He's blackmailing people, he's raping people. He doesn't give a shit in this film. The only trouble is that the monster doesn't look great. A bit similar to the Revenge of Frankenstein. Just like a bit of stitchwork on the forehead. The film overall's really good, and there's a lot of great suspense moments as well. Where the police are checking Frankenstein's house. He's got people painting, so they hide the cellar. There's great suspense in that moment, one of the best in the film. Next up, Dracula AD 1972. This film gets loads of criticism, and it's undeserved. It's a terrific film. And it leads into the Satanic Rites of Dracula that I've got at number 4. So both of them films are excellent. More or less the same cast. Just Joanna Lumley takes over in the Satanic Rites of Dracula, but it's the same character. And with it being set in the 70s, it's got that period setting that's great. Same director of both films, really good. At number 3, I've got The Devil Rides Out. That's probably one of the scariest Hammer films. Loads of symbolic signs in this film. There's a lot of accurate witchcraft references. Even Christopher Lee says that he was at a black mass sometime and he'd seen something, but he's not going to discuss what happened. It's a really scary film though. It's Dennis Wheatley film. They did another one To the Devil the Daughter in the 70s, but it's not quite as good, that film, even though I quite like it. At number 2 is my favourite Hammer Dracula film, and that's Dracula's Risen from the Grave. Partly because it was probably the first horror film I'd seen. When I was a kid, I had a sleepless night because of the ending where Dracula falls on a massive cross and it goes through his back. When he dies, you see blood coming from his eyes, and his eyes turn black. So I'm not surprised I had a sleepless night when I was a kid watching that. But it's a really good film. It's like all the way through it's action, and there's some terrific scenes. I love the scene where they try to stake Dracula and he just pulls the stake out. Quite a creepy scene. And finally, my favourite Hammer film is Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter. That should have been a series, that. I've reviewed it on my channel. They were originally going to do more vampire films featuring Captain Kronos. Kronos is another word for time, and they were going to do a series of his films set in different time periods. So you might have got a film set in the 70s, or you might have got a film set further in the past, and they use different types of vampires as well. In this film, the vampires drain youth instead of blood. Other films, you might have had standard vampires, or you might have totally weird creatures. So, missed opportunity that they didn't do a series of films. It would have been spectacular. Terrific idea, but it wasn't done well at the box office, so they didn't make any more. So anyway, that's my top 10 Hammer horror films. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. What I've got planned in the future is I want to do more Doctor Who reviews. It's part 3 of me Horror Double Bill series that I'm planning on doing. The next one will be my favourite, Dracula, Frankenstein and Friends. Loads of Universal films in that series. I'm planning on doing the 5 Death Wish films starring Charles Bronson. They're good films, especially the first 2 or 3. More Bond films, especially looking forward to No Time to Die, that's coming out very soon, hopefully. And there's a lot of really good films that I haven't reviewed yet. There's Star Wars, there's Return of the Jedi, there's Jaws, that's probably my favourite film. Then I've got The Exorcist, The Omen, Don't Look Now, and there's like other TV shows that I'm planning on looking at. So tons of stuff coming up. Just at the moment I've been busy because I'm doing a film, so I've been occupied by doing that at the moment. So anyway, see you next time. Megan Bones will be back. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye.